Can you help us understand what the rationale behind this is, why this has been announced outside of the OMOs? Do these replace OMOs? Is this going to run alongside OMOs? And if it's going to replace OMOs, we could have simply announced an OMO calendar. So I'm trying to understand what the RBI is trying to do through this, what it was not already doing through its existing liquidity management tools and programs.
Okay, thank you, Ira, for that question. Now, first thing is it is different from the usual OMO or the OMO calendar. We have given it a distinct calendar. We have given it a distinct character, not calendar. We have given it a distinct character. And we have also said, in fact, if you see my statement, go back to my statement and refer to it, which is now uploaded in the website. I have said that this program will run in addition to our normal LAF operations, our normal special OMO and other various instruments which are available. This is in addition to our normal instruments, various instruments in our toolkit. This is in addition to that. And it has a distinct character in the sense that I think for the first time, we are giving out a particular quantum of bond purchase in the secondary market. Earlier, it was a kind of a calendar which was given out. You can say that it is nothing but a rehash of the calendar, but it was never given out, for the entire quarter. It's not a calendar that we have given out. It is for the entire quantum. It is for the entire quarter that we have announced a particular quantum. And within this particular quarter, we will be sort of suitably, depending on the evolving situation and other factors, we will be announcing auctions from time to time. And this is, I said in my statement that, the signals from the Reserve Bank, the communication from the Reserve Bank, and the action of the Reserve Bank all have to be read together. Here you have a particular action which is taken outside the normal toolkit of RBI. We are announcing a quantum upfront for the whole quarter. This is the kind of communication we have given. It's a kind of signal together with the liquidity signal which we have given, where I have gone ahead, and very explicitly defined what is ample liquidity. That is, after meeting the requirements of all segments of financial markets and the real economy, the system will be surplus. So we are giving out a signal, we are communicating it very clearly, and it is followed up by action by announcing this 1 lakh purchase program for the first quarter, with the first auction on, first auction coming up on 15th of April. So that way it has a distinct character, and that's how it should be looked at. And I will try and make this as participative as possible. So may I request the Deputy Governor, Dr. Parker, to supplement if he wishes to.
Thank you, Governor. I just wanted to make 3 points on this. It is for the first time that the RBI is committing its balance sheet to the conduct of monetary policy. This has not been done by India ever before. The second thing is that it is different from OMO because it gives away discretion. Typically in an OMO auction, we announce the amount, we announce the timing, etc. We are giving up this discretion to give an explicit assurance to markets that we will assist them in the conduct of the borrowing program. Giving up an amount upfront also helps market participants to plan their engagement with the borrowing program. So upfront, you know how much support is coming from the RBI, so you can plan your actions accordingly. It is a judgment call. It is a challenging instrument because it has risks too. It can go awry, and that can bring on tensions. But this is a risk that the RBI has taken, keeping its commitment to give an explicit guidance on liquidity.
If I may just add a follow-up question just on this only, sir. So, Governor, is it fair to say that the RBI is standing between the demand-supply mismatch for government bonds? At the end of the day, that seems to be what is happening here, because we know that there is a certain quantum of demand that will come from banks that may reduce if credit growth picks up. Foreign demand is relatively limited. We know the supply is going to be strong. If one strips out all the technicalities, isn't the central bank standing between or bridging the gap between demand and supply of government?
Well, that is for you to draw your own conclusions. But we are addressing the overall liquidity situation in the market, and to ensure that there is an orderly evolution of the yield curve, and there is an orderly evolution of the financial markets also. And we are not standing in between, the government, the demand supply position. The supply is something which has to be seen how it plays out in the current, in the current year. Last year, I have given out the number. The total OMO was rupees 3.13 lakh crore. With that OMO, we supported a borrowing program of 22 lakh crores. So therefore, in current year also, with a similar size of borrowing, and to a 3 lakh crore intervention in the market cannot be sort of seen as something like completely taking over the government borrowing program or supporting it in terms of quantum. So there is enough inflow, we do expect enough inflow to come in. And we'll have to see how the situation plays out in the current year. It will be too early to sort of rush into that kind of a conclusion.